Hey, DTB here, Death to Boredom. Uh, so this is my day 5. Yeah, it should be day 5 anyway. Day 5 of the mountain training for 1 month, and of course, it ended up having to be rest day again. Not really in a way, because the thing is that I was watching the stream. And yeah, this is the last day that this guy's streaming. But I I was like, okay, yeah, another day, but whatever. I planned it again, but honestly, it didn't go as planned. Instead, I actually made a lot of progress in writing. Um, but yeah, there's that. Any case, though, uh, like there's also this. If you don't know, I made another video, like a 47-minute video breaking down what Al Haytham said. So, as you can guess, I spent my day playing Genshin as well. And I just had to make that video for it. And by the time I'm recording this, it's actually 4 a.m. Whoops. It's because breaking down today, um, I didn't go to the gym, okay? Because I was actually struck by inspiration by seeing a character sheet on Twitter. That's all it took for me to get this inspiration. I was like, oh, look, a character sheet. Oh, this character's so cute, and her facial expressions are so cute. And like, it just inspired me to make, like to start making the body of my character. It's like, how would her body go? And then, boom, this is how it went. Yeah, okay, yeah, like, I know, lewd, but this is for educational purposes, okay? I'm telling you how I went about my day, and this is how I went about my day, okay? So in any case, though, but yeah, so I made the body, most of it anyway. I still have to finish the legs. This is like the second iteration of it, so there's still the first one that I'm not showing, but it's scrapped now, I guess, or like it's hidden. I don't usually uh delete my scraps, okay? So it's there. It's just like I'd have to go through it or whatever. But in any case, but yeah. Uh yeah, so this is the body. As you can see, specialty custom, which means that there's gonna be some kind of clothes to make it shaped that way anyway. That's what that means. And then this is regular bra hanging style. So it's like it's not the strings are not like properly adorned, or like they're not properly put on anyway, and that's why they're hanging like that. Yeah, so I was trying to gauge how her chest should be, as I drew it anyway. And yeah, she's a very luscious gal. That's how I like her. Okay. Um, and yeah, like I was like doing a lot of testing. She was a lot, well, not a lot. Sorry, she was a little bit thinner earlier, in my first iteration anyway. And then like I was like looking through some references to see, it's like, is this how I really want her to be? And I was like, no, she's gotta be thicker. She's gotta be thick. Thick girl, thick girl, thick girl. Look at that smug face. In any case, but yeah, that's I spent like 2 or 3 hours of my day on that, and I skipped gym as a result of that. And then the stream came up at some point. Of course, I had lunch. I've had my tea, my morning breakfast tea. And then the stream came up. I was watching it. But then I also had a story idea, and because again, inspiration struck me from an artwork that was like telling its story or whatever. I was like, wow, I'm gonna make a story out of this one, and then I did, and it's like one chapter of it was done basically. I keep making so many stories too. Oh man. But like this one was probably the fourth story out of this week or whatever. Like during the duration of my mountain training, I've made about 4 stories now. And then that story took a lot of time though, like probably another 3 hours or something. Like I was like casually having the stream on the side as I was making the story, and like I mean I focused on the stream when I felt that there was like something important going on anyway. But yeah, I was like doing quite a few things anyway. And I was like continuing the drawing as well, you know. I was like doing like multiple things at once anyway. Let's just say that. And then I had dinner from the leftover, or like, you know, my prepped meal, not leftovers. Okay, that's different. It was prepped meal. And then and I was very surprised that I lasted throughout the day again because it was 30 degrees today. So, and then I ended up sleeping at like 10 p.m. And I know it was at around 10 p.m. because I was supposed to make this summary video at 10 p.m. I have an alarm set up for it, but I ended up sleeping. And then I woke up because my room got too hot. It happened again. And the reason it got too hot was because so I have an airflow going from the bathroom window to my own room's window, and like the air flows through from the bathroom window to my own room and out the window. So it just like it's like circling around basically. It's ventilating, and the cool air, there's cool air outside that's coming in and out. And what happened was the bathroom door got closed, probably because of the wind. And then as a result of that, there was no airflow going into my room, and my room got too hot. So I ended up waking up at like 12 a.m. And then like I was like, oh man, I mean, even though I watched the stream, I was very productive today. I was supposed to be playing Genshin while watching the stream, but I didn't. And so I have to like do it. I'm gonna do it now because I spent the day being really productive while watching the stream. So it's like I make up for not playing Genshin on stream by playing it afterwards, because I was supposed to be making progress after the stream, not playing Genshin after, or like, sorry, I was supposed to play Genshin on the stream and then work, but instead it ended up being the other way around now, because again, I have to get through this event, like I have to finish it. But my god, like it freaking takes so long. I mean, like, sure, yeah, I mean, it's really great and all, you know? I love it. Like, I love the story and stuff. But goddamn, I'm wasting so much time on it. Like, how many hours did I waste on it now? Like, freaking 6 hours or something? Like, goddamn, it's such a slog to get through. Oh, man. In any case, yeah, it is what it is, though. Like, this is what happens when you want to be productive. It's like, it's such a slog to get through these game stuff, even though you're enjoying it. It's like, because the thing is that I already know all this stuff, Like in my Al-Haytham video, I'm breaking down what Al-Haytham says, and you know, like it's because I know already what he's, you know, what it is that he's conveying, and I, it's like if I know what he's talking about, then that means that I didn't need to play the story, you know? And like all those things that happen in the story are all things that I already know that will happen or whatever, and I can already see it coming, or like, you know, it's just extra to me. I didn't need to know it, kind of thing. I could live my life without knowing it and it would not change anything. That's the thing. But I'm like, I guess in this case, it's like I'm being trapped by the game's reward system. So it's because I want the rewards that I'm playing the game. So in this case, is another self-improvement that I should probably just work on, because the thing is that the rewards that I'm getting does not equalize, you know, the time being spent. And you know, as I said, I already know how everything goes with the story and how the characters are portrayed and everything, so I don't need to know them. It's just extra. And then the rewards itself is so minuscule. I can live my life without them. I don't need 420 primo gems. I don't need to do pulls. I don't need to do anything. It's just I'm only doing this because I want to save up for the Hydro Archon, you know? And like it's the same with everything, like all these gacha games. I'm like, I want to save up because I want to enjoy these games later on. But is it really worth it? Is it really worth the time put into it? Now for like my Tales mobile game, it's worth it because I'm only spending like 10 minutes a day on it or whatever. But for Genshin, for these primo gems, it's like I don't. Is it really worth it? It's probably not. I should probably just do my dailies and end it off there. That's what I'm thinking right now. After just like after letting it process through my subconsciousness, that's the conclusion that I came to. It's like this is the sound advice that I should give myself, that I should not care about these events. I should just do my dailies and get off. Not even use up the resin either, by the way. Like I should even skip out on the resin because I end up going through this system where I'm grinding for artifacts, and then I'm dismantling artifacts, and like all these stuff take a lot of time, you know? I should only do these things when I have the time to do them, basically. It's like if I have nothing else to do, fine, I'll do them, but if I have other things to do, then I shouldn't do them. That's the fundamental that I should be following. Because I have things that I want to do, I have ideas, and I already procrastinate enough as it is, right? Like going through, even though this is a mountain training where I'm supposed to like cutting myself off the internet unless it's for educational purposes, I'm not even following through with that because of my obligations that I felt that I needed to do with my games. And so it's like, and then like there's also this isn't an obligation wanting to go on. Okay, well, I guess it is half an obligation, but the other one is just like, again, it's like a concert. I really want to go kind of thing. And if it's like it's free and it's time limited, I won't ever have another opportunity like this kind of thing, you know? Unless, well, okay. Well, I could subscribe to his channel and then watch the VOD later on, but the thing is that I'm not gonna watch 30 days of VODs. Come on. Anyway, so that is how it is though. But in any case, it is true that in that case that is also an extra that I could live without. But again, trying to strike a balance kind of thing. It's like I can live without doing the Genshin events, sure. And then if it takes too much time, that is. But for like the streamer, I want to keep up with that out of my own volition, and I do not feel any kind of like slog or whatever following it, because like just today I just made a lot of progress on like story writing and even drawing too. Like I was still progressing my drawing while watching the stream, so I saw no negatives that outweighed the positives, if anything. So it's like I experimented with something and it worked out, kind of thing. But in this case, after today, I'm definitely not going to put that much time on events anymore. I have to skip out on story or whatever, and I have to just play the faster parts of the event. And like story will just have to come whenever I can go through with it, If anything, there's always YouTube videos if I truly cared about it enough, but honestly, I probably wouldn't do it, because even though I love the characters, like, I love seeing Alhaitham on screen. I love seeing Nahida on screen, but I mean, in all honesty, I don't have anything to gain. I gained that, like, MiHoYo or Hoyoverse or whoever like wrote these characters have the same philosophies that I hold and the same understanding of the world as I do, or at least similar, very similar. And but it's not like I'm ever gonna meet this guy. And then like there's also I've already seen how they think and how they portray the world through the Archon quests, and like I've already seen so much of exposition of Alhaitham and Nahida through those Archon quests. I didn't need to know more about them. Like, even if I didn't learn about this quote, these lessons that he's teaching, this one, and this one, all these things that he's saying. Even if I didn't learn about them, I knew that I already knew that I resonated with him. I already knew that my thoughts align with his. I did, like, this just further solidifies it, but I didn't need to further solidify it either. It's just for my own satisfaction that I further solidified it. So like all these things that I'm talking about right now, all this reasoning, this is what I do. This is the process that I go through. I reason with myself so that I can come to conclusions. And what's the result of it? I was able to come to the conclusion that I didn't have to like go through with these events. I was able to come to the conclusion of planning out how I should go about my life with these games. It's like I'll prioritize on doing like the really fast stuff of the event, which are the mini games, and then the story I will not prioritize at all. If I miss them, then I miss them. And then like doing dailies and without using up resin, because using up resin, I've already calculated how my day goes. It's like I'm wasting 30 minutes of my life, but if I just do the dailies, I'm wasting about 5 to 10 minutes of my life. In any case though, so like, all this going back and forth and stuff, it's all worth it in the end, Even though this video will be like 20 minutes long, it's only 20 minutes, okay? That it only took me 20 minutes to come to these conclusions, and I will be applying them too. Boom. And these are life-changing conclusions too. And I have the conviction, I have the resolve, and I have like the spirit to go through with it, you know? Like I have my um mental fortitude, the will to go through with it. The me in the past wouldn't go through with it. I can't handle not perfecting my artifacts. I can't handle not knowing the story. But the me now, after going through all that, after I've had my fill, after I know that I'm only getting diminishing returns, and like I calculated it. I calculated that I'm getting diminishing returns right here in this video. I'm showing you how I calculate my diminishing returns, and how I came to this conclusion. It only took me 20 minutes to do this, only because of how I've built myself up to this point. How I can have this resolve in the first place is because I built myself up to this point. Okay, so this is why one can show others respect for their experiences if they can properly convey their experiences anyway. I am one of those that, you know, can properly convey their experiences. So I have no doubt that I can gain people's respect anyway. But there are people that don't have to go through that. Like they just show, and that's all they have to do to get people's respect. Those are like heroes, for example. But you know, people would like they would have more charisma if they could convey what they were saying, like Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Rock, I believe. These two people, they went through like a philosophical change in their life. Like I know The Rock like reads books to like help himself like understand things about life. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, well, he just went through life, and like he just came out of it a much wiser man. And then there's also like people like Jackie Chan and stuff like that. But I mean, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, they inherently were already good people. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, like he did have quite an ego when he was young, you know, and he did like have that kind of life. Like he would have sex and stuff like that during his young life, and like he thought he was all that kind of thing. You know, he had a really big ego, but people like Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee didn't have a big ego. They actually, from the very start of their life, were very humble. Okay, because Chinese people, they live their lives being humble. That's why, and then like they work hard for what they do. Martial arts is something that you don't just learn the gains of it, you also learn the philosophy behind it. With working out, there is no philosophy behind it. You just work out, you just get the gains, and then you get the results. And there's no philosophy behind that. You know, you just do it, and you're doing it for your own gains. You're for your own selfish purposes. You know, I want to have women. I want to get stronger because I like looking strong. I like looking big to people. I like being strong. I like being able to punch someone in the face and they'll get knocked out or whatever, or like nobody would defy me, or like, you know, one punch is all I need kind of thing, you know? Like there's no philosophy behind it, but martial arts, there is philosophy behind it. You're going to learn from the young age. You're going to learn whether you like it or not. And the master, you know, you have a master as well. People that want to look for gains for like working out, your coach doesn't have to teach you philosophy, and oftentimes they won't, honestly. But that was back then, though. Nowadays, coaches will give philosophy points as well, if they're good people anyway. Usually they will be, though, because like the thing is that being a coach, I mean, yeah, you can make quite a bit of money off of it, honestly. But I mean, like being a coach in the first place, because like teaching people in the first place requires having a good heart, like you're teaching someone to how to be stronger, and as a result they also have to eat healthier usually. Nowadays. Back then all it was meat and proteins. That's it. Back then that's all they care about. But nowadays, like, they are much more informed. They looked on the internet, and like I'm seeing so many, very strong, charismatic people that did like science research too, and then like it passes on the internet because it's like YouTube and stuff. Man, I've been talking for like, including the other video, over an hour and a half now, and like my voice was already giving away in the first half of the other video that I made that before this. In any case, though, I really should start ending it off, because I've already said enough, honestly. But I hope that one day people watch this vlog, because there are so many things to learn from this vlog, and like I'm like giving like reasons afterwards to see the value behind what I'm saying. And like one would have to rewatch the video as a result of that to like better absorb the information. But it's good. It's good to do that. Not only that, when it's on the fly like this, I have to give my values afterwards, because I don't see a reason to give values if I don't know what I'm talking about, right? It's like I don't know what topic I'm gonna get into or whatever, and I don't know how I'm gonna say it too. Like if I don't know how I'm gonna say it, then I don't have values to give. Like the values that I'm giving, people would often see these as excuses, but I mean, these are the reasons nonetheless, like whether you see it as an excuse or not. Because if you see it as an excuse, you see it as an excuse. But if you don't see it as an excuse, you're only going to gain from it anyway. Like, you only lose if you see it as an excuse. Honestly. That's the mindset that you're going to go through. Like, I can envision it. In any case, though, I got in the video off. Thank you for watching. If you ever do see this video and my past videos, thank you so much, and I hope that you learn something out of it, gain something out of it, and go through a life-changing journey of your own.